This is a major price update on Bonk coin. This is the big one because we have started what is probably going to be one of the most important months of this cycle. But before I get started, I do want to make it clear, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. Cryptocurrency is highly speculative, so please make sure you do your own independent research and understand nothing that you see in this video is financial advice. Now that we've got that clear, let's get straight into it because this is going to be an epic one. Now, the overall market has been at a standstill. Many of you right now are probably wondering what is actually happening. Are we going up? Are we going down? What is likely to happen next? Now, from my personal perspective, there's two things that could occur right now. Number one is Bonk coin continues its move to the downside. Now, I think this will only happen if Bitcoin starts to sell off towards $100,000 to $100,000. Why? Because we've seen this time and time again. Of course, past performance is no indicator of a future outcome. However, this is a common pattern that repeats itself. However, if Bitcoin starts to break out now, makes its way back above 120, we could see Bonk go completely parabolic and make its way towards the first target that we have in mind is back to our all-time highs, which is at 0.00006510. That is our next major, I say major target. That's our next minor target on Bonk coin. And I think we could hit this target quite easily from my personal opinion, especially if we do see that move on Bitcoin back above 120 according to my own independent analysis. But I will say this, the major target that we all have, and I've been giving it out actually a few weeks ago. I say weeks ago, I've been giving it out for the past few weeks, past few months at these lows. If you missed out on these updates, it means you're not subscribed to the channel. Please make sure you subscribe right now so you do not miss out on another epic Bonk coin update. Subscribe. Perfect. Let's continue with the video. Now, one of the targets that we had was at 0.0001276652. Now, many of you have been wondering, when exactly are we likely to hit this target? It's 376% away from where we currently are now. In the grand scheme of things, it's not a large move, particularly when we look at the more speculative side of the market, which is meme coins, right? This is not a massive upside move. So the question is, can we potentially hit this target on the next leg up? Now, I actually think we potentially could, if I'm honest, right? That's my bet. That's why I'm holding a Bonk coin, and that's essentially the setup that we think happens next. But of course, I think we're taking things step by step. We're first waiting for price to go back up to all-time highs, and then we will be looking to see if price could potentially hit this price target, right? So we have two major targets now, but first we need to see whether Bitcoin is going to make its way towards 100,000 or whether Bitcoin is going to make its way back above 120. That is the final decider to see whether Bonk coin goes parabolic or not. So for those of you that have been waiting from the sidelines and wondering what exactly is happening, it looks like price is going up, then it looks like price is going down. The deciding factor is Bitcoin. Now, with all this being said, we're leaning more towards the buy side, although we will be posting an update within the next 24 hours. So make sure you stick around for that. You have to be subscribed if you want access to that. And also for deeper analysis, you can join my free Telegram group. The link is in my description if you want deeper analysis, on a Bonk coin and other more, other projects like it. Link in my description. That's the Telegram group. But with all that being said, it will be, one of the most shocking next 48 hours because it's literally a make or break moment, not just for Bonk coin, but for the entire meme coin market, right? Right now, Bonk coin is number 5 in terms of market cap value at $2 billion. Pudgy Penguins has flipped Bonk Bonk coin, at least for the short term, now at 2.3, right? So Bonk coin was actually number 4 last week. It's now slipped into number 5, right? And remember, we are actually, we're betting on Bonk coin potentially flipping Shiba Inu, right? That's our hopes for Bonk coin over the next few weeks. So let's see what happens next. But just as a reminder, if we see a sell-off on Bonk, the likelihood is Bitcoin. Just look at the Bitcoin chart. You'll notice that Bitcoin is down. And then look at the overall meme coin chart. You'll notice that all meme coins are down. But this is the moment for Bonk now. This is the moment for Bonk to finally shine, just like it did in July, having a fantastic month. It was actually one of the best performing coins in the entire market, going up over, I think the market closed, where are we? Up around over 100%, but at its peak was up over 198%. So let's see what happens this month. We'll be keeping you all up to date. That is the price update. Let's see what happens next. Until next update, guys, seize the day and make sure you join the free Telegram group for further updates. And remember to subscribe. If you missed out on these, updates at the lows, it means you were not subscribed. So subscribe right now. Until the next one, guys, seize the day.